Similar guide भेटतो ठीक. We'll start. Now say up to this we have studied what is chapter number 3, and that is optimization. In that what is meant by optimization? What are the types of optimization? So there are two types of optimization: constraint and unconstrained optimization. Constraint means a problem statement it is having limitations. Okay, and unconstrained means without limitations it is having only objective function. That is, it is having only purpose or aim. In that case, again we have studied what is meant by objective function, what is meant by constraint, and what is meant by decision variable. Okay. So most important, objective function means what? It is the aim or purpose. Why we are doing this? Why we are solving this problem? In order to, so see, we have only two aims or two purposes. So that is, one is profit and loss. In that case, we have to always think about how to maximize the profit and how to minimize the loss. Secondly, we have studied the constraint. What is meant by constraint? Constraints are the nothing but these are the limitations for the particular machine or particular operation. Beyond that, time bonding. Okay, you cannot, that machine will not work. Okay, for in order to have maximum profit. And next one we have studied decision variables. Decision variables, these are the numbers, and say we are denoting these decision variables by using the alphabets x and y, variables x and y. And remember again, this is very important. These decision variables x and y, these are always greater than or equal to 0. Maybe 0, that means that machine is not working, and greater than, so it is not negative. Remember this. In this case, we have studied how to solve the optimization problems. So there are two methods. One is graphical method and one is analytical method. In that graphical method, okay, uh, this problem you can have for 6 to 8 marks, and analytical method you can have that problem for 10 marks in INSEM examination. Under this, we have studied the graphical method, okay, and the standard format of any particular problem. Okay, now we share the screen. We'll just explain the what is their standard format, and we'll solve one again problem on graphical method, two problems on graphical method. Now it is visible. Yes, the screen is visible. Hello,
No.
just a minute. Just a minute. It's presenting. Okay. Now it is visible. Hello. You can see this
Yes.
problem. So now say, can here what is given this problem. So first line, okay, see this first line, okay, see this first line. It indicates what? Minimize z is equal to 20x plus 10y. So minimize. So this is actually standard form. In this case, the first line denotes it is what? An objective function. It is what? Objective function. Okay, and if you go for next one, subjected to conditions. Conditions mean there are these are the limitations. So there are three limitations. This is first, second, and third. And you have to solve this problem by using graphical method. In this case, this last x and y always greater than or equal to 0. This is very important. That means for x and y always 0 or maybe 0 or positive. Okay, so this first one you can say it is objective function, means it is the aim, it is the purpose. So in this case, what is the purpose? It is written here minimize. So we have to always think about minimize the loss. Okay, subjected to condition, there are three constraints, and last one is x and y, these are always greater than or equal to 0. Now see, it is mentioned here, use graphical method to solve. What is given, use graphical method. So now you have to solve this problem on the graph on x and y axis. Okay, on x and y axis. So how many lines you have to draw, it depends upon the number of constraints. So now in this case, there are three constraints, means you have to draw three lines, whether it may be that lines, it may be inclined lines or horizontal line parallel to x-axis and vertical line parallel to y-axis. Okay, so now we'll take one problem. That means again you have that theory type problem. You have to convert that problem into the standard form, and again we can solve that problem by using graphical methods. Okay, now this PDF is visible. Hello, just reply me. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, you can read this. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, I will read and please try to understand. While reading, please try to understand each and every line. Just a minute. Wait. Huh. Okay, now you can read. See, we'll start one by one. So it is formulation of LPP. LPP is the linear programming problem. Now the problem is, okay, is given. A company is manufacturing two different types of product. Okay, a company is manufacturing two different types of product. Those products are product A and product B. Okay, again it is given each product has to be processed on two machines M1 and M2. Okay, so up to this what you can understand, a company it is manufacturing two products, product A and product B, and each product means each type of product A and each type of product B, they have to be processed on two different machines M1 and M2. Okay, M1 and M2. Now what is given, product A requires 2 hours on machine M1. Okay, 2 hours on machine M1. Okay, so the product A requires 2 hours on machine M1 and 1 hour on machine M2. So that A type product, in order to manufacture the A type product, okay, so A type product requires 2 hours on machine M1 and 1 hour on machine M2. Again, similarly, product B requires 1 hour on machine M1 and 2 hours on machine M2. So please remember here, product A requires 2 hours on M1 and 1 hour on M2. Product B requires 1 hour on M1 and 2 hours on M2. Again, what is given? Available capacity of machine M1. So now it is given available capacity. Okay, or you can say maximum hours. Okay, maximum hours of machine M1 is 104 hours. Okay, so available capacity of machine M1 is 104 hours, and for machine M2 is 76 hours. So what is this 104 and 76? So these are nothing but these are the limitations. That means that machine M1 will work only for 104 hours, not more than this. Okay, and machine M2 will work for 76 hours, not more than this. It will work less than 76 or less than 104, but it will not process the time bonding. So it is given M1 maximum or available capacity of machine M1 is 104 hours and M2 is 76 hours. So these are the limitations. So up to this we have provided how many constraints? Can anyone please tell me? Up to this, we have how many constraints? Yes. Hello. Hello. How many constraints are there? How many machines are there? Yes. Just reply. How many machines are there?
Two.
Two machines are there. And say what is given. We have provided combinedly working hours or combined capacity of M1 is 104, combined capacity of M2 is 76 hours. So here we have two constraints. Okay, two constraints. Now again, what is given next one? Profit per unit for product A is. Okay, so here it is mentioned. See, in such type of problem, you have to find two words. Okay, profit or loss, or again two different, minimize or maximize. So here it is given as a profit. So you have to always think about how to maximize the profit. So profit per unit for product A. So profit for A type product is 6 rupees and profit for B type product is 11 rupees. It is given rupees 11. Okay. So do you understand this problem? Hello? Can you understand? Have any idea about this? Hello? What is this? Why we are maximizing? So this problem is related to maximization of profit. So it is given profit. So always try to think about how to maximization or how to maximize the profit. So for this, what is given? The per unit cost. Per unit cost for product A is 6 rupees. Profit per unit A product is 6 and B product is 11. Okay, formulate the LPP and first one you have to formulate the LPP. That means what? We have to convert all whatever is given in this theory type. You have to convert this in terms of standard form. You have to convert this in terms of the standard form. Okay, standard form means it is like this. Standard form, it is having objective function first, then it is having constraint. Okay, objective function and constraint. So it is the standard form. So you have to convert this theory type part into the standard form. Okay, so now day after, so we have studied on Monday first lecture. Okay, see what you have to define first. Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone reply? What is our first step or formulation of LPP? Okay, LPP. If you see this standard form, okay, if you check this problem in reverse manner, okay, reverse manner. So what we have first? We have x and y. So we have this in first, this is in second place, and this objective function it is in third place. Okay, so what is our first? It is given, it is x and y always greater than or equal to 0. So what is meant by x and y? See, what is meant by x and y? So please think about, you can remember the standard form and go in reverse manner. 1, 2, 3. First one means you have to define x and y. So x and y, these are nothing but these are the decision variables, these are the numbers. And then second part, you have to think about constraint, and then you have to think about whether in the problem statement profit is given or loss. This word profit or loss or maximum or minimize. Okay, so you can remember in this format. So just a standard form, just remember a standard format and just go in reverse way, first, second, and third. So first one, what we have, x and y. So here again we have to define what is meant by x and what is meant by y. So again read your first line. What is given? A company is manufacturing two different types of product A and product B, but we don't know the numbers. Remember, we don't know the numbers. How many types of product A and how many types of product B? We don't know the number. So we can assign this. So this is very important step. If you skip this step and if you write a correct one, again you can get 0 because that examiner is he don't know about what is meant by x and what is meant by y. So initially while formulation of LKP, you have to just define what is x and what is y. So here, okay, here if you check, we can define this. Let x is equal to number of product A and y is equal to number of product B. Is it visible? Hello? Just reply. Hello?
Sir, your audio is low.
Okay. Right. आपको जो सांगायचं मला. Now? Yes? Hello? Tell me. ऐकू येतं का? आवाज मोठा येतो का? हॅलो?
तेवढाच येतोय.
एवढाच असेल आवाज नाही. आता येतो आवाज? हॅलो? आहे का? हॅलो? Just reply. हॅलो? बोला रे.
Sir, there is background noise. That's why your audio is not clear.
Background fan लावा. आता चेक करा, येतो का आवाज? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will say we have defined what is x and what is y. So x, see what we are taking mean by x and y. We can find this what is x and what is y in your first line. In your first line of your problem statement. What is given? A company is manufacturing to different types of product A and B. So assign x means product A and y means product B. Okay, you can do reverse also. X means product B, y means product A. There is no any problem. Now, see, this theory part, that means 7 to 8 lines part, okay, so you have to write all this theory part in terms of tabular, in terms of table. You can like arrange like this. The given problem in tabular form is given. See, now why I have taken M1, M2 towards left side. Okay, again on Monday I have discussed this, why this M1, M2 towards your left side, why not X and Y. Now see, if you see what is given here, it is given available capacity of M1 is 104 and available capacity of M2 is 76. So combinedly, what is given? Combinedly, we have given R's of machine M1, R's for machine M2. That's the always what we have given combinedly. You can take that as towards your left side. So we can write machine M1, M2. Forget about this profit. Machine M1, M2. Now towards left side we can write A, product B, and total. Total means it is the total of R's. Okay. Now what is given? Product A, C, M1 and A. Now again you can correlate like this. Each product has to be processed on two machines, M1 and M2. So that product A also it has to go through this machine M1 and M2. Product B also it has to go through these machines M1 and M2. Just a minute. Just, just a minute. To see, so each product it has to go through this M1 M2 machine, and again the next one B type product it also has to go through M1 M2. Now why 2 is here, 1 is here? Read carefully. Product A requires 2 hours on machine M1. So A requires 2 hours, so you can write here 2. This is okay. This one 2. Second, and 1 hour on machine M2. So here we have written 1. Okay. Now product B requires 1 hour on machine M1. So here it is 1 and 2 hours on machine M2. Here it is 2. What is given? The available capacity of machine M1 is 104. So total capacity of machine M1 is 104 and machine M2 is 76 hours. Okay. And now what last? Profit. So we have to think about maximize. Profit per unit for product A is 6 rupees. So that's why profit per unit A type under the head of A, I have done here 6. Under the head of A, I have done here 11. Now, okay, now just I have discussed, you have to think about this X and Y. First, so already we have defined this, so this part is finished. Now we have to think about the constraints. So here in this problem statement, we have two constraints, okay, because we have two machines. So tell me the equality or inequality. So tell me the inequality sign, whether while here we have profit means we have to think about maximization, and whenever we are thinking about maximization, okay, maximization, that machine has to work up to this given time bonding, up to this given time period, or less than to this given time period. Okay, less than to this given time period. So that's why we can start like this. Maximize z is equal to, maximize z is equal to. So this it is what our objective function. So you can take here new alphabet, no any problem, but try to write always z. So maximize z is equal to 6x. It is 6x. So what is it? Is 6 rupees means for profit per unit of A type product, and 11 means profit per unit of B type product. So 6 means it is profit, it is a single product, but we have defined x means total number of product A. So the total profit is z is equal to total is 6x plus 11y. Now subjected to constraints. So we have how many constraints? Two constraints. So first constraint directly 2x plus 1y is less than or equal to 104. Why less than equal to? Because it is this problem, it is with maximization. So for maximization, okay, that machine M1 it has to work is equal to 104 or less than 104. And for second constant is 1x plus 2y is less than or equal to 76. And what is last? This is very important. Already we have discussed x comma y is always greater than or equal to 0. If you forget to write this, you can lose your mark. So this is what this whole part. Okay, this from this answer to this, it is what it is the answer of your first question, that is formulate the LPP. Okay, this question was asked for 8 marks. In that case, 3 marks for this formulation of LPP and 5 marks for this. Again, find optimal solution. Optimal solution means what? Highest possible solution. Okay, here what is given? Profit, we have to find highest maximum profit. If this problem it is with minimization, then you can the lowest value of that lowest value. That means you have to minimize, you have to find lowest value. So now maximize means you have to find maximum value. So this is half answer of half first question formulate the LPP. Any doubt up to this? Hello? Hello? Yes? Anyone? Hello?
No doubt, sir.
Is it fine? Yes? Now,
Yes, sir.
anyone please explain? Yes, now we have converted this problem into standard form. Maximize standard form is this one. Maximize z is equal to, okay, maximize z is equal to 6x plus 11y subjected to 2x plus 1y less than equal to 104. 1x plus 2y is equal to 76 and x comma y. Don't forget last line of x comma y. Okay, this is what formulation of LPP. Now, we have to solve same problem by using graphical method. Now see, most important, without solving by using graphical method, we can find this answer. If you have calculator, you can easily find this answer. How we can find? We have two constraints. We can easily solve these two equations in calculator. Now tell me what is x and what is y. By solving these two, what we have? What is the value of x and what is the value of y? Any idea? Hello? Yes? Tell me what is x and what is y? Hmm? Tell me. Hello?
Sir, X
Hello?
is 44, Y is 16.
X is 24, y is 16. You can write these values somewhere. X is 24 and y is 16. X is 24 and y is 16. Now, no, and what is z? What is z? Put these values of x and y in given objective function. So it is 6 into 24 plus 16 into 11. That will be your final answer. So
Sir,
now,
44
what 44?
X.
X is 44. How?
Yes, sir.
6. I don't have its answer. Hello. Okay, you can cross check at last. No. See, that means what? You can solve this. You have this answer. Okay, you have this answer without solving by the graphical method. Okay, so you can easily find z max is equal to this. Now we have to cross check whether we have by using calculator we have one answer, and that answer should be same by using graphical method. Now moving ahead. Now see it is visible. Yes. Hello. Listener का सगळ्यांना आहे?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. Now see graphical method. Same problem. Maximum there is equal to 6x plus 11y subjected to constraint 2x plus y less than equal to 104 to x plus 2y less than equal to 76 x comma y greater than equal to 0. So on Monday we have studied this. First step we have to convert that inequality sign into equality. Just remove that less than or greater any sign. So in this constraint we have less than sign. So that remove that sign. So we have two equations. So here we have written this. Okay. Here, so this equation 2x plus 6 is first one. 2x plus y equal to 104 and x plus 2y equal to 76. If you do this, you can get 1 mark. Now, second step, find the coordinates. Okay, already we have studied this how to find the coordinates. Just put x in first equation, put x is equal to 0, find y. So if we put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 104, and then we put y is equal to 0, x is equal to 52. So we have coordinates for first constraint is 52 comma 104. Don't write 104 comma 52 because inside the bracket always we are writing x coordinate first and then y coordinate. Now for the second constraint, put x is equal to 0, y is equal to, if we put 0, 1, 76 upon 2, it is 38. And when we put y is equal to 0, x is equal to 76. So we have the coordinates 76, 38. Up to this, any doubt? Hello? Hello? Yes? Doubt at the time?
No, sir.
Now we have to plot actual graph. Okay, now this is important. I have not mentioned here answer. We have to do this. Now see, I will share this PDF also. Now actual graph. Now this x-axis, so this x-axis and here y-axis. So x-axis and y-axis. Now, okay, now here I have not written the units. I have not written it, but you can easily understand. See this maximum value on x is 76 and maximum value on y is 104. Okay, 104. So on that graph you can easily mark this 104. Okay, 104. So that you can write here unit as well. We can write 1 mm is equal to 1 unit on both the axes. 1 mm is equal to 1 unit on the both the axes. So this is for example x and y. So now here we have provided two constraints. So we have to draw only two lines. We don't know whether it is inclined or horizontal. But here, see, we have here y say number, x number. So we can have inclined straight line. Here also we have both numbers. We can have inclined straight line. But when we can have any one is 0, then you can have straight line parallel to x or parallel to y. We can see that problem also. So now actual graph is, so this first line, see, it is coordinate 52, 104. So this is 52, this is 104. Draw this line, join these 2 points, extend those 2 points, and what is important? Now check the equality inequality sign. It is here. It is what less than. So this remember you can remember L first L. So you have to draw good arrow here. Is visible region exactly below to this line. Remember it is given exactly below to this. So here it is given in a green line. So here again I have mentioned this by the arrow. So towards down to direction you can draw this line, but it is not required. Just I have shown here. The not required. You can easily understand. So this visible region will lie. Visible region will lie inside this triangle. Is it correct? Hello. 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 Yes. Is it correct? Reply me fast. The visible region means highest possible values of this solution. These are the lines exactly below to this inclined line. Hello. So this triangle, hello, this triangle Is it correct? Hello? Below means the visible region will lie inside the triangle. Just give me answer. Hello? 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 What happened? Hello? I'm not audible.
Sir, your voice is too low.
What's the problem? Now, see, is it audible? Hello?
No, sir.
Now check, it is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now tell me what I have asked. The visible region will lie for this line only. For this line, okay, there's green color line. The visible region will lie inside the triangle or not? Give me answer. For this only single line. For this single line, tell me why it is below. Because the constraint is less than. So always, if constraints are less than, always draw that inclined visible line exactly below to that line. So this is the inclined straight line. Okay, so draw exactly below. So this, by using green color, green lines I have shown. Okay, so the inside the triangle only visible region will lie. We have not drawn second line. Now we can draw second line with this coordinates 38, 76 and 38. So this is what, this is 76, this is 38, and I have drawn by using red line. Again, why below? Why check this arrow? Why below? Because constraints are less than. L for say less. Again, below, in that you can find L. So you can draw this visible region exactly below, exactly below, exactly below, exactly below. So now in this big triangle, okay, and in this, so we have two triangles. One is what? One is formed by using first constraint, so this triangle, and second one, this triangle. Okay, that means from here. So we have to find the common region. Okay, so what is the common region? If you start from this O, what will be the common region? Okay, so O, A, B, C is the common region. Is it? Hello, is it correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why we are finding, why we are drawing this exactly below? Just remember, just focus on the constraint. If both the constraints are less than, so we have drawn this arrow towards downward direction. So that is below. Okay. So find out common region. So O, A, B, C. Okay. O, A, B, C is the feasible region. So I have mentioned here O, A, B, C is the feasible region. Now, how you can get this answer? Now see, you have to find each and every coordinates for each and every point. So A, so A is, these coordinates are 52 comma 0. B coordinates, okay, B coordinates you can find at actual. Okay, that's why I have drawn a vertical line, so that you can get here X coordinate, horizontal you can get here Y coordinate, and C coordinate you can get 0 comma 32. So now what is given? Find the coordinates of point A, B, C and find Z at A. Okay, Z at A. So what is our objective function? Okay, objective function is what? 11, sorry, 6x plus 11y. Okay, so we have the coordinate of point A, 52 comma 0. So you can write here 52 into 6 plus 11 into 0. You can have some value here, ZA. Again, ZB. Now it is your task. We have to draw this graph on actual x and graph on actual graph, and you can find the coordinate of Z. Okay, Z, again you can have two values. Okay, again you can put in that objective function. You can have Z at B value and Z at C value. Okay, Z at C value. So now again we have to check objective function. It is with maximize or minimize. Now it is with maximization, so you have to find the maximum value of Z, and that will be your final answer. Okay, up to this, any doubt? And again, see, always try to write this here. See, on two inclined lines I have written this two equation, 2x plus y equals to 104. Okay, and x plus 2y equal to 76. So try to, on that graph only, try to write the constraint equations. Okay, so that one can easily understand which line, that means that line is of which constraint, okay, so that one can easily understand, and you can find maximum value. Okay, in some cases what you can do, okay, by mistakenly you can write minimum value, okay, by considering yes it is with problem of minimization. Or see, always we are solving problems with maximization and only one problem with minimization, and in exam also you have that problem with minimization, but by mistakenly you are writing that maximum value. So it is what? It is wrong actually. So try to understand what is our objective function. If it is maximization, then always find maximum value of from these three, ZA, ZB, ZC. If it is with minimization, then find out minimum value. Up to this, any doubt? Again, see this problem, it is having only two constraints. So in this problem, okay, in this problem we have covered how to formulate the LPP and how to solve that problem by using graphical method. Any doubt up to this? Hello? Yes, reply me. Yes, any doubt up to this?
No, sir.
Okay, so now we will solve one more problem. This problem are having four constraints. Okay, four constraints. In that case, again, see, always you cannot find inclined line. In some cases, you can find horizontal lines also. Horizontal but parallel to x, vertical parallel to y. Okay, so we'll start. We have solved. We can solve one more problem also. Now, is it visible? Yes. Reply me fast. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now by observing this problem, can anyone tell me? Okay, directly, can anyone tell me this problem? It is with minimization or maximization? What is our objective function? What is our aim? Tell me, what is our aim? Hello, what is our aim? What is our purpose? Why we are solving this? We have to minimize or maximize the profit or minimize loss. Tell me, what is our objective function?
Minimize loss.
Minimize the loss. It is clearly mentioned. Problem, minimize or mi only, z is equal to 80x1. So now instead of having x and y, in some cases you can find x1, x2, x3. Okay, so here it is minimize z is equal to 80x1 plus 120x2 subjected to constraint. So here we have given how many constraints? Check the equation 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have given 4 constraints. Okay, and last one x1 and x2 always given equal to 0. Now if we see what is the first step, we have to convert this inequality sign into equality form. Just remove less or greater sign. So our first equation, it will be x1 plus x2 equal to 9. Second one, tell me, second one, hello, our second equation will be, hello, hello,
X1 is equal to 2.
okay, x1. So here x2 is missing. So here x2 is 0. So x1 is equal to 2. Third one is x2 is equal to 3. And fourth one is 20x1 plus 50x2 is equal to 300. Now by observing first equation, so tell me the coordinates for this first constraint. Coordinates for the first constraint. Yes. Coordinates for this first constraint. Tell me fast. Hello.
9, 9.
9, 9. When we put x1 0, x2 9, x2 0, x1 9. So 9 comma 9. Second, tell me for second constraint, which are those coordinates? Hello, which are those coordinates? So x1, you can treat x1 as a x and x2 as a y. Now tell me for second constraint equation, what will be the coordinates? Yes, tell
3,
me.
0.
What? 2, 0.
2,
Okay,
0.
2, 0. And for third equation?
3, 0.
0, 3.
0, 3.
0, 3 or 3, 0?
0, 3.
Because see, x1 is missing, so x1 is 0 and x2 is equal to 3. So 0, 3. Okay, don't do mistake here. Now in fourth equation, 20x1 plus 50x2 less than or equal to 300. Put x1 is equal to 0. X2 is equal to 6. And put x2 is equal to 0. x1 is equal to what? Tell me. Tell me directly coordinates.
15.
15 comma 6. Is it?
6.
15 comma 6. Now here we have these coordinates. I have written directly. So The constraint 1, 2, 3, 4. For first constraint coordinates 9, 9, 9, 9. Second 2, 0. 3, third 0, 3. And fourth one 15, 6. Okay, so now here we have provided 4 constraint. We have find out the uh, coordinates also. So now on observing the number of constraints, remember we have to draw 4 lines, 4 inclined lines. We don't know whether it is inclined or say 4 straight lines. Okay, 4 straight lines. Okay, so we will move one by one. Okay, I have drawn here all. Just remember the coordinates. Just remember. Is it visible? Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now see, you can see this green color line. Yes, this green color line. See this cursor. This green color line means this line is it is with constant x1 plus x2 is equal to 9. So here 9, here also 9. Again, see here you can have maximum value on x is 15, maximum value on y is 9. Okay, value of it is say 9. So here you can change the units. Okay, so you can write here 1 mm is equal to, tell me 1 mm is equal to the 10 part. That 10 means I have considered as a 1 unit. Okay, 10 means 1 unit. So you can say 1 mm is equal to, tell me 1 mm is equal to, fast, units. 1 mm is equal to, I have drawn this 9 means it is 90 actually. 15 means it is 150. That 2 means it is 20 here. So 1 mm is equal to
10 units.
10 units. 1 mm is equal to 10 units. Okay, that's fine. So on you have read on the both the axes. Now see, then we can draw first line 9 comma 9 comma 9. So 9 on x, 9 on y. Draw this line, inclined line, and most important, extend the line towards both the ends and check the constraint. Here it is less than. So you can make downward arrow towards below, here again below, and draw this line. Don't draw actually, but here I have drawn for the understanding purpose. Draw these lines towards this, towards down, towards this origin, down, 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 down. So for this first line, that visible region will lie inside the triangle. Check this cursor, inside this triangle only. We have not drawn second, third, fourth line. We have drawn only first line. So for this first line, this big triangle, it is what our visible region. Now next, second, it is 2 comma 0, 2 comma 0. So here it is 2 means this point, okay, and 0 means this one only. Okay, so from here, that is 2 comma 0 means that line is parallel to y. So this vertical line from here, okay, it is not visible. I will share that video. Okay, so from here we have drawn inclined vertical straight line, but here you can show the visible region. See, it is what given as a greater than. Okay, greater than. So it is exactly above. Exactly above means towards say right side. If you don't understand, now check. I will show you. I will show here. Now see. Okay, now see this is what came 9 by 9. Okay, first line. Now second line, let's have, this is our second line. Okay, this is our second line. Okay, it is 2 comma 0. So now see if it is inclined line and the constraints are what? Okay, for this problem statement, okay, for this problem statement, constraints are less than. So less than means we can easily draw below. Okay, so we can draw here, we can draw this towards below here and towards down. Now if it is a horizontal line, okay, if it is here, it is a horizontal line. Okay, and if you make this horizontal line, okay, so you can find it is like this. Wait. You can find this like this and like this, and you can find, wait a minute, you can find the visible region. It is like this. It is like this. That means the constraints are less than. But now in this case, constraints of second line, these are greater than, means you have to draw like this in vertical inclined line, and here again that means what, vertical line, and you can draw towards right side, towards right side. The visible region will lie towards right side. Okay, is it understand? Here it is given towards right side. So third line it is 0 comma 3. Okay, 0 comma 3. So 0. Okay, and here it is 3. Okay, draw the horizontal line. It is red line. It is a brown line. Draw horizontal line, and the constraints are greater than, means you can draw exactly above. Exactly above. Uh, Up to this, is it correct? Hello. 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 कळते काय सांगतोय? Hello, reply me fast. We have only 2 minutes now. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, that means what? This is now third. Okay, just a minute. Third, it is say that line is like this. Okay, like this, and that visible region exactly above, because constraints are less than. Constraints are greater than. Now that visible region will lie. Okay, you see, that visible region will lie here only. Is it correct? Hello, for these three lines, is it correct? That means it will satisfy the first line exactly below. Second line towards right side, again it satisfies again from this up. So we can have visible region here. But again we have one more constraint. It's having the coordinates 15,6. Okay, we have the constraint 15,6, and now I will remove this. 15,6, we'll see. Okay, 15,6. Okay, so that visible region, so that inclined line, it is like this. Okay, 15,6. Okay, we have that it is 6 like this. So now here, where we can say that visible region will lie? Hello, any idea where we can say that visible region will lie? So you can say that visible region will lie this yellow color. Is it correct? Hello, that means it satisfies all the points. Okay, all the lines, condition for all the lines, and the condition for this line is what? Second line it is. Fourth line is that constraint is what? It is less than. Less than means below. Okay, then you can draw towards down. Again from here you can draw towards down. Okay, towards down. It is, you can draw towards down, towards down. Okay, so this is what yellow color part means, your highest possible region. Highest, you can find here highest maximum value or highest lowest minimum value. So here if you check this region, we have how many points? This is one. Okay, this is second, this is third, and this is what? Four. Okay, now it is your role. You have to find the coordinates for each point. Coordinates for each point, and you can give names. Say this is what? A. Again this is B. Okay, and this is C and D. We see at actual. So this is A, B, C, D. Find the coordinates. A is having 6,3, B is having 5,4, C is having 2,5.2, and D is having 2,3. And now once we have all these coordinates, then put all these coordinates and find out Z. Z at A means you can find 6,3. So 6 into 80 plus 3 into 120. Okay, so we have all the values of Z. At last, don't find maximum value, because the problem it is with minimization. So you have to find minimum value from this, and that will be your answer. Up to this, any doubt? Hello? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, so have you understand, if the line is vertical or the line is horizontal parallel to X and line is vertical parallel to Y, where to draw this visible region? Hello, where to draw this visible region? If you don't understand, then again see. Let's explain. 1 minute. Now, say this is x and y. I will take 2 minutes. Okay, x and y. So now, if this line is horizontal, okay, line is horizontal, and if the constants are less than or equal to, if the constants are less than or equal to, less means below, we can draw towards below. This is, you can draw exactly below. If the line is horizontal, okay, line is horizontal and constants are greater than, so you can draw exactly above. Okay, here like this, again you can draw exactly above. But when the line is vertical, when the line is vertical, that means what? We can make this horizontal line vertical. When line is vertical and constants are less than, so less than means this first line, we can make this line vertical. So that when constants are less than, we can put arrows like this. We can put arrows like this. And when constants are greater than, yeah, that means you can make this second line vertical, means it is like this, and that visible region towards towards right side. So here we can draw. We have shown in this actual solution also. That means here you can check. Okay, here this arrows and here this arrow. Both the arrows are having same. It is in clockwise direction, and both the second and third constants are having greater than. That's why it is above, and make this line vertical. That means towards your right side. From here it is right side. Is it fine? Hello? Hello all, is it fine? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now I will stop the presenting, okay? And see, from tomorrow we will start. See, this is what 60% part is finished. Now from tomorrow we will start simplex method. It is very simple one, okay? Again, you can find its answer without actual solution, okay? Now one request. Wait, I will stop the recording. It will take 1 or 2 minutes.